I'm ready whenever you are, Jacob. But don't stress. If you're stressing, don't. It's okay.
What was that? What was that?
Oh, no.
Wait,
Don't
I am
ask me.
expecting an Amazon package, so this would be so exciting if it came while we were on this podcast, because one of the things...
Exciting for who? Exciting for you?
Like, I could make this... Are you recording right now?
I have been.
Yes, me too. This is perfect. Because one of the things has something to do with you, kind of. Not completely. No.
Wait, did you get the package that I sent you?
You said it was coming Thursday.
Wait, really?
You said it was coming Thursday.
Like, didn't I send it last Thursday?
No, you texted me the other day.
Was it that long ago? Oh my god, delivered today. Wait, delivered today?
Delivered today?
Wait, delivered today.
Delivered today?
Delivered. It says delivered today. Okay. It says delivered today. For all you guys that don't know what I got for Jake, I essentially got him an SSD. If you don't know what an SSD is, it's just a very, very good, what are they called? Come on. I need someone to finish my sentences for me because I can't. I didn't take my omega-3 today. An external hard drive, but it's an SSD, so there's no moving parts inside. It's much better. I use one to edit off of. That's why all the podcasts have been so late, because Jake can't edit fast enough because his computer's too slow. So we needed an SSD, so I sent him one, like the good little friend that I am. That's why none of my podcasts are up. That's why none of Talk Nasty episodes are up, because a lack of Jake having an SSD, even though that has no business.
Oh no, I just showed my address. I just showed my address in the camera. Don't.
Just blur it out.
Oh my god, I don't know how to do that.
I can literally teach you.
I'll just X-nay the part where I came back from my footage. Oh my gosh.
There's a censor option.
Nicole, it's beautiful. Thank you.
You got it?
Yes. This is.
Yay.
Can you see it? Can you see it, YouTube? Oh,
we have
my
matching
gosh.
SSDs now.
Wow.
So when I record the episodes, I record it onto the SSD. When I make a new project file for editing, it's off of the SSD. Like, everything is off of it.
Okay, I don't know how to do any of that, so you're really gonna have to teach me after this.
I'll teach you.
This is so exciting. I can't believe it came during the
I really am iCarly.
Oh my gosh, this thing is so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could fit this into you.
Make sure not to drop it. Don't.
Oh, too late. This is cool. Thank you, Nicole. Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
it comes with a
but
little
just
cord.
don't drop it, because when you drop little stuff like that, it tends to
Break.
You know. Well, like, the editing could be like, it could like fuck up the inside.
What?
That's what happened to my hard drive.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, I won't drop it.
Yeah, it's better. It can tolerate more, but just try to avoid dropping
It's
it,
so
because it's
tiny.
easily droppable. Look at it; it's so small. Like, it makes you want to drop.
I feel like I'm like, this is how
Isn't
big.
it cute?
This
Like,
is how big like your phone used to be. Like, now my phone is
Yes.
like way bigger. I'm like,
I would show you mine, but I don't want to rip it out of my computer.
yeah, probably not a great idea. This is amazing. Thank you, Nicole.
Do you think if I'm no problem. If I'm this far away from my mic, do you think it's okay, Jake? I know we've been doing the podcast for like a long time now, but do you think that this is okay?
Nicole, I'm so far away from my mic. This is where I am.
Then I trust you.
Do you see this?
I've gotten,
I
just don't trust it, and I've gotten too many complaints about me not using a pop filter and all of that, and I get it. I understand. It's just that I want to hold something while I'm
You've gotten complaints about you not using a pop filter? You specifically?
Yeah. Yes.
Newsflash, everyone. Never in the history of this podcast have I used a pop filter.
Okay, I can't help it that
I am straight up raw dogging Mike.
Don't try and show off the fact that you don't spit as much as I do.
Well, I'm just saying that I feel like people are making
it feels like you're rubbing it into my face.
No,
No, it feels like you're...
No,
it feels like you're rubbing it into my face that you speak clearly.
No, that's not
I can't help that.
That's not what a pop filter does. A pop filter stops the P's and the B's and the plosives.
Yes.
So
Do you want to hear the nicest comment I ever got
go ahead.
on one of my videos ever?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Please cut this down so that it's not boring in between the time that I'm trying to show you.
No, I'll talk. Pop filters, y'all have never used one. I have never used one, and have there ever been any complaints about me not having a pop filter?
I found it. You can stop talking now.
Okay, thank you.
Someone commented on one of my videos and said, "I like your videos, but you pronounce your S's way too sharp. It's horrible." Okay. They could have just left it
Thank
at
you,
the
speech pathologist. Like what?
Yes, and I was just like, I literally can't help it. And this isn't the first time I've gotten comments about the way that I speak. Imagine complaining. You think I can help it? I whistle sometimes when I say like S words. I can't help it. What do you want me to do? So I started practicing saying my S is softer. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Like, let's say an S word together.
No, it has to.
Sean.
Mendes. Wow.
Yeah, I went to New York City the other day, and every single man with curly hair, I was like,
up to New York
what?
City.
Oh yeah, just
like,
when I was in New York City the other day, I was like looking for every single man, and I was like, was that Timothée Chalamet? Was that him? Yeah, Chalamet doesn't start with the C, but it has the S sound, so Chalamet. I can't help it that it's a little sharp. I can't help it, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I like it. And I told my mommy about it, and she said that I'm perfect just the way that I am, and that she loves me. So suck it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, your mom lied to you.
I told them.
Second of all, no, that's just stupid. Everybody, get over yourselves.
Please stop using words with S's in them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was recommended to go to a speech pathologist, which is so fucked up that they literally made the word speech pathologist like a little tough to say. That's fucked up. No. So I told him, I was like, I can't take in a full deep breath sometimes. It's really hard for me to breathe. And turns out I was literally having like anxiety attacks as a little kid, and he was like, you need to go to a speech therapist. I never
How is that gonna help?
I don't know.
How's that gonna help? That is so weird.
They told me I have vocal cord problems while I'm having like an anxiety attack within the office. They're like, yeah, your vocal cords. And I'm just like, I'm like panicking right now. I don't.
My mom went to a speech. Wow. They really did make it hard to say.
I know. They made it tough for no reason.
My mom went to a speech pathologist a long time ago because she kept going hoarse. And they were like, you need to stop speaking so aggressively.
Wow, that was their conclusion?
Yeah, and she goes, no. And she never did. She literally never.
So does your voice still go hoarse?
No. It does not. Good for her.
Maybe she had acid reflux.
Maybe, yeah.
That can happen.
That
Ask her if she was eating a lot of tomatoes at the time.
Yeah, probably. I lost my voice, Nicole.
Yeah, we know you were ill.
It was so bad. It's actually
after spending time with me, and then I was worried, and then I was like, will I become ill? But of course I didn't, because I take vitamins.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know what happened. Sorry. Why are these people stopping outside of my house?
Okay, paranoia. That's that's my personality trait, not yours.
Okay, paranoia.
Jake's like looking out the window like aggressively, like that's my whole personality. Don't do that. Stop trying to be like me.
No, I'm confused.
Jake wants to be me so bad. He's pretending to be worried about who's outside of his house.
For a second, I was like,
know
did
that is
dog
me.
Make it outside, and he's like running into the street, and they have to stop. But no, they're just like standing there. Oh, they're talking to people. Okay, this is fun. Anyway.
You know what? Who should go first? You or me? It's not like you were starting your sentence first.
No, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so I want to post these videos so bad, but I can't because they show the front of my house, and I don't want to do that. But I got like security cameras a few months ago, and so it tells me every single time that a person is like outside of my home, and so I get an alert to my phone, which by the way is so bad for a person who has anxiety because in the first few weeks of me having the app, every single time I got a notification, I literally would start to get the shits. Anyway, so there has been this man who has been riding his bike every single day at the same time, and every single time he passes my house, he screams something new, but it has nothing to do with like us, so I'm not scared, but it's funny because every single day I'm like, what is this man gonna say? And I want to post the videos so bad, and it's so funny because I'm like, is this man okay? One moment, I want to edit this in.
Okay.
It's gonna be worth it. Jake, this is like what the podcast is all about.
Yes.
Right?
Wait, how are you FaceTiming me right now?
My computer.
What? Yeah, because you just blew my mind. I was like, does Nicole have two phones?
No.
'Cause
No. Hold on.
If that's in our budget, can I
Jake,
get a second phone too?
Our budget.
Our budget.
Don't get angry at me. This is going to be funny.
I'm not angry.
Okay. This is the first one. I don't know if you heard that, Jake, but it's just a man riding his bike, and then he just screams, "Fucking a-holes!" Let me play it again.
Oh, wow. But, wait.
And then a car drives by. Yeah, out of nowhere. And then this is on the second day when there's a big truck driving right behind him, and he goes, "That's a big-ass truck!" Maybe the mic will pick it up, but you can just hear him go, "That's a big-ass truck!" And then the big-ass truck just drives by. And so every single day, I wait to see what this man will say, and I want to post these because they're so funny, but I can't post what
I think he might be sending you, like, an encoded message.
Maybe every single, like, the beginning letters of each word. That's a big-ass truck. T-A-B-A-T.
Tabat.
T-A-B-A-T. Fucking a-holes. F-A-A.
A.
Tabat. Fucking a. Oh. Ooh, that was embarrassing.
Fa.
F-A-H.
Fatabat.
Fatabat.
Fatabat. Anyway, that was fun. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing.
Okay. What do you have to say, Jake? You were ill. You lost your voice.
Yes, I lost my voice. It was so tragic. It's also the second time that it's happened in, like, the last, like, 2 months.
Why?
I honestly, my doctor told me it was allergies. I was just like, okay, I believe you. And now I use Flonase. Flonase. Fill it up.
This podcast has entirely turned into us telling, like, the viewers our, like, medical history.
Yeah. Yeah, our medical history.
All of it.
Literally, we are violating HIPAA laws, like, hardcore.
No, Jake, do you know what you I don't think that you know what HIPAA laws is. HIPAA laws isn't you telling your own medical history. Like, you are completely allowed to tell your own medical history.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No. You've said this before. You were like, we're violating HIPAA laws right now. And I'm like, Jacob, you can tell your own medical history. It's doctors or nurses or whoever is treating. You cannot tell your medical history to anyone but you.
You know nothing about me, Nicole. I am a doctor.
You also know nothing about anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, you don't know anything.
Nicole, that's not true. I know a lot of things. Nicole. Nicole. Okay, we both wore hats today, and you probably saw my tweet, everyone, about how I said, you know what would be fun? If we wore hats. That would be fun. Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Why do you assume that people follow you on Twitter?
Because I got, like, 20 likes on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's really good.
Yeah. No, but Nicole and I were
Jake
hats.
and I were just texting each other. Yeah, Jake and I were just texting each other, and we're like, wouldn't it be kind of, like, fun if we wore hats? And Jake has a funny hat. Like, his hat. Show your hat, Jake.
My hat says...
Show your jack, Hake.
My hat says, women want me, fish fear me. Which, I don't fish.
I got mine in North Carolina. Don't look at my armpits, Reddit. It says Chicago Golf Club 1892. I don't know.
It says 1892.
You can see that?
Mm-hmm.
You can see?
Yeah, can you see me at all?
You're very blurry.
I know,
like very
I don't know
not
why,
blurry. You're
I don't
very
know what is
you're very
happening.
laggy.
Can I also say, Nicole, can you send me good internet too?
What am I? Oh, you're a sugar bomb?
No, because I'm not kidding. I think I have the worst internet on the planet.
Have
Like,
you
ever.
considered getting new routers?
I don't own this house, and I will not be buying a single dang thing for it.
You sound, what is the word? I'm out here buying my family security cameras. Literally, like, I really sat back and thought about it. And, like, obviously I'll do anything for my parents. And Jake is like, no. I will do anything, like, I'll do anything for my parents. So, like, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm like, oh, yeah, I just, like, invested all this money into, like, security cameras, new Wi-Fi, this cat that my mom is trying to keep everything. She's like, routers, ours. Security cameras, ours. Your cat that you have, yeah, she's staying with us. Like, everything that I have provided for this home, it's just like, yeah, actually, we're just going to keep it, which is, like, okay.
That's
but
nice.
Except the cat part. But, yes, routers, do you need a new router? They're not as expensive as I thought.
Nicole, okay, here's the deal, everyone. And this is going to ruin a lot of our sponsorship opportunities with Verizon.
We've gotten no sponsorships whatsoever. Like,
Nicole,
zero.
I've literally read
Absolutely
the
not.
emails. I've literally read the emails. They want us to be in the next Verizon commercial. But I don't know. What would you call it? I get provided ship.
Oh, what?
My provider.
Oh, what you're
Cellular.
You're overseen by. You are secured by.
Sure, I'm secured by Verizon for cable,
cellular by,
internet for Verizon, and they just suck. They suck. I can't even believe it. Nicole knows this. Every time we're on a call and I'm driving home from somewhere or I'm driving to somewhere, the moment I enter my neighborhood, it's like I actually like lose the call completely.
I think that's just a problem with your neighborhood.
I think that's a problem with Verizon. It's never been an issue for me until recently. Then, not only that, but I'm at home and I'm trying to use my internet and it cuts out probably every 5 minutes. And then I have to reroute or reboot the router. And that's why we're getting this whole thing, Nicole, where I'm like blurry for you, is because of my internet. So, please, everybody, donate to the GoFundMe located in the description. Get Jake new internet.
I don't think it's your internet. I think it might be how old is your router? Because my routers, no one's going to care about this in the podcast.
We literally just got a new router. It's like a nice like Verizon router. And my dad, right, it's been bad for a while, like our internet. Even before this router, we thought the new router was going to be amazing. And then my dad got this my dad tries to do like these add-ons, right? And they just end up making it all worse. So he like hooks up this like extender to it and it just did not work.
Oh, yes. I had one of those. Yes, I had a nice little man. I'm not going to say which one because like mine is a local internet person.
Okay.
But we had a local internet person come to my house. Let's call him Verizon Man though, just because. Let's just shit on Verizon even more.
You know what? I agree.
This nice little Verizon man. Yeah. Okay. So Verizon Man, even though I don't have Verizon internet, comes to my little home and I'm like, I'm sorry, my internet is slow. He's like, you're just using the wrong thing. Your extender's stupid. Everything you're doing is dumb and stupid. He really didn't even need to come because Clementine then had diarrhea because she was so scared around him, which is so dramatic. Imagine being scared and having diarrhea every single time you have contact with a new man.
Yeah.
Could never be me.
Yeah,
and
definitely
then,
not you, Nicole.
Definitely not you either.
Yeah, not me either.
Definitely
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. We would never have diarrhea when we meet a new man.
Never. I've never diarrheaed in my life. Not this morning, not yesterday, and not the day before that. I can guarantee you.
Are we both okay? Because
I'm great. My gastrointestinal system has never been better.
Have you had a colonoscopy for this podcast so that we have content? Yes.
I haven't, and I haven't even scheduled it yet, Nicole. I'm waiting actually for a little more money to come my way from anywhere. So donate to my GoFundMe. Get Jake a colonoscopy.
Your insurance will likely pay. I don't know who's telling you that
I have insurance, Nicole.
You definitely have insurance.
You know what I do have? Life insurance. So if anybody wants to kill me, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say this nice little Verizon man came to my home, told me everything is stupid about my internet, and I kept asking my
nice.
mom. I was like, "Mom, how old is our router?" And she's like, "It's new. Like it's really not that old. It's new." And
A
I said,
lie.
"Mom, how?" I was like, "How old is the router?" She stood there and thought for a second and like did some numbers in her head, and she goes, "Like 13 years old." I was like, "Mom, that is not new. Nothing about that is new. That's literally almost as old as I am. I'm literally 14 and a half. Like that is almost as old as me." So I took my little ass to Best Buy and I bought new routers, and then the man yelled at me over there too. Called me stupid, called me a stupid dumb idiot, and then he cursed me out, spit in my face right then and there, punched me right in the gut. That's why I have gastrointestinal issues. And anyway, and then he helped me out eventually. And then I have new routers, so it works.
Wow. Nicole, I actually will be honest, it's not the router that's the issue, because like I can get internet from the router. Or no, I can get like connected to the router, like it gives me full bars, it doesn't connect to the internet. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Anyway, welcome to I saw your router.
Wait,
Are you
we
okay?
never clapped.
Oh my gosh. It's way too late to do that
Should
now.
we clap?
It's way too late.
Let's clap.
Okay, 1 second.
Let's do it.
Ready?
For fun.
1, 2, 3.
Let's celebrate. Yay.
So nice.
Okay. Yes. So Jake and I recently went to the beach. And by recently, I mean, I don't know when because I have no concept of time anymore. I think it was before last
2
weekend.
weeks ago.
Oh my God, it's been that long?
It's been a long time. Well, wait. Yeah, because this weekend was 4th of
at
July.
the beach.
2 weekends
We were
ago.
at the beach and we were already discussing what we were going to talk about on the next podcast. And I don't even remember what we were supposed to talk about.
Yes.
So whatever we spoke about, it's not going in.
not
But we
going
had a
in.
great time at the beach. I had a very fun time. I don't know why Jake thinks that he's bougie all of a sudden. He's like, I'm not going in the water. That kind of threw me off a little bit.
I just didn't want to get wet.
And I was like,
well, I knew that it was probably
why?
going to be
Since
cold.
when? Okay.
It's like
well,
it was.
next time that
we went
go.
in June, and I don't know if anybody knows anything about June, but like you're not gonna get the warmest water in June. Last time Nicole and I went to the beach, we were in like August, and like that's like nice water weather.
Okay, fine. So we can go because your birthday's coming up. So we'll
It
go
is.
to the beach for
Can
your
we go
birthday.
to a beach
because
that
that's what I
I
want
wanna
to do
go
for your
to?
birthday.
This time, you're like,
Where do you want to go?
No. I want to go to my beach, the beach that I like to go. I don't want to reveal what beach that is because
I thought that was the beach that we went to.
that is the beach that we go to. But you want to go all the way to North Jersey, Queen. I don't live in. Wait. I live in North Jersey. I want to go somewhere else. Long Beach Island in New York.
Okay. If that's actually what you want to do for your birthday, then I'm down.
Nicole, I don't actually want to go to Long Beach Island. I was just saying that so the podcast people can't track me.
Oh, okay. Well, wherever your little heart desires that we go to the beach. If that's what you want to do for your birthday, fine. If you want to do anything else, I'm cool with that too.
I don't know.
I will
what
get
I
a
wanna
nice
do for my
little.
birthday. Everybody keeps asking me that, and I'm always like, "Stop! I don't know. I'm just a
What?
21-year-old boy." Everyone, don't work at places that you like going to. It's never gonna work out. You're not gonna have a fun time, and then that place is gonna be ruined for you for the rest of your life.
That's what happened to me in Chipotle.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you recently recovered from that.
What do you mean?
Well, you went to Chipotle like 2 weeks ago.
That's not the first time.
Directly after you
that's
had a
not
a little camera up your butt.
That is not the first time I've been to Chipotle. I've been going to Chipotle since I quit. I've never stepped foot in the Chipotle that I quit from, though. Like the one that like ruined me, wrecked me. Anyway,
Nicole showed
doesn't
me the
matter.
Chipotle
It
she used to
literally
work
doesn't
at.
matter.
It was very funny. It's a nice.
I did.
Yeah, one time Nicole and I have actually hung out a lot. Everyone, believe it or not, we are friends.
No.
No,
Don't tell them
no.
that.
But Nicole and I did go to the beach together. It was really fun. I actually left my
Except for the
wallet
fact.
at the beach.
Yes.
No, it wasn't. Wait, what do you mean? Except for the fact.
Jacob, I literally became so ill. I was probably in the worst pain I've ever been in my entire life. Like, and I'm not exaggerating when I say
Maybe-
that. You tell your little wallet story. You tell your little wallet story, and I'll tell
Nicole,
my little.
maybe you wouldn't have been
extreme
so
story.
sunburnt had you number one reapplied. Number two,
Did you not see me
when
reapply?
when I said I want to leave the beach, you were like, oh no. Please don't make us leave the beach. I really like it.
We
here.
drove all the way there.
could've
I'm not
stayed on
gonna leave once you're. I'm not gonna stay on the beach alone. Stay on the beach alone.
Stay on the beach alone?
I went
Nicole.
to go see you.
Okay, wait. No, here is my thing, though. I don't want to go back to that beach necessarily because it is very expensive to go onto that beach.
It wasn't always that expensive. It was not always that expensive.
I know, but why was it so expensive? No, both of the days that I went, it was so expensive.
Have you considered that it's so expensive because no one went last year because of COVID and now they're trying to get all their money back?
But did we pay that much? Yeah, I don't care, but like still, it's expensive.
No, it was
now.
literally like $5
It
last
cost me
time.
like
It was like $5 last time.
Well, that's what it is in the beach in oh my gosh, Ocean City. Ocean City, that's where I want to go. I like Ocean City. Jesus Christ. Find me on the boardwalk, people. Find me on the boardwalk. I dare you. Okay? I'll be stopping at the Polish water ice thing because they have the best water.
I'm going to be I'll be at Rehoboth this weekend.
What? Oh,
But,
that's where I want to go for my birthday.
Okay, we can go.
Tell Adam and his little bougie ass family. I'm kidding. We're showing up to the beach house, okay? Unannounced. August 9th.
Okay.
We're opening the door like that.
We can do that.
And we're going to be like,
We
hey,
can do that.
everyone. Hope you're ready for a... Oh, I don't know. I was going to come up with something really pretty. But I feel like we need to have like an opening line like that for the two of us. Like,
Okay.
ready to...
Yeah, the door like slams open
like-
dramatically.
And we're like, ready to party?
It's Jake's big tutu.
Yeah.
And then no one's there
looks
because
like
no
you're
one
seeing
actually lives
double. Oh my god, that's so cool. We should do that.
there. No, we can definitely do that for your big B day. Tell your little wallet story though.
Oh, okay, so I left my wallet in the beach. So basically, Nicole and I... Okay, you know what, Nicole? Does it matter if we, like, say what beach we went to?
Why is it a secret? We don't live anywhere near
I know,
it.
you're right. We don't live anywhere. So Nicole and I, we went to Asbury Park in New Jersey. Great beach. Good times. And essentially what had happened was we went to our favorite place, which is Mogo Korean Fusion Tacos in Asbury Park, and it has delicious tacos, right, Nicole?
Right. Amazing tacos.
Yeah, great tacos.
Sorry. I literally just got paranoid because my doorbell rang, so I was quickly checking who was at the door.
Okay.
Because I was like, someone's here to hurt me. But anyway, continue. Yes, we had amazing Korean tacos.
We had amazing Korean tacos, as we always do every time we go there, because we love them.
Yes.
And essentially, we, like, walked around the little town for a little bit. It was, like, cute. A cute little town. We were like, this place is kind of cute.
Cute.
This place is kind of cute. And basically, Nicole... We like, I was, like, leaving. We were leaving. And I was like, bye, everyone. And she was like, bye. And I was like, okay, cute. And then I hop into my little Jeep. Okay. First of all, I'm wearing, like, swimmy trunks. I'm wearing, like, my little swimmies. Because that's what I walked around town in, because there was nowhere for me to change. And I didn't feel like bringing my stuff into Mogo, the place with the Korean fusion tacos. And I guess I hopped into my little Jeep, and my wallet fell out of my back pocket. And I guess the story that I heard from the lady that messaged me who owned the store, which I dropped my wallet in front of, which was where I was parked in front of, she said that somebody picked it up and tried to, like, wave me, like flag me down to come get it. Yeah, she did. And then he ended up bringing it back into her store and being like, this kid left his wallet here. I don't know. Like, we live far away. Like, I don't know if he lives around here, blah, blah, blah. She messaged me on Facebook. I did not receive the message until I got all the way back to where I live. And essentially, I went to the beach for a second day because, I don't know, my wallet was there. So I spent a little time at the beach.
That was so difficult for you to get out of your system. That would have literally never happened to me, Jacob, because you know what I would have done? If I had lost my wallet, I would have known, because when I get inside the car, I have to pat myself down and all of my belongings to see if everything is in there.
And then she asked Adam to go behind her, and she does a squat and cough just to make sure. She's like,
I go,
is there
Adam,
anything
check
in there?
just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Not only do I not want to be missing
can't...
something, I don't want to have stolen something by accident. What if I sat on something weird?
Adam, can you check if Jake's wallet is in here?
In my...
wow. Yes. And so I came home and I immediately made plans. We literally just went out for ice cream. It was the most beautiful, I don't remember what the ice cream place is called, but they had amazing vegan ice cream. Yeah. It was beautiful, everything and more. And my friend is leaving soon because she's moving away. And I had to obviously go see her and spend time with her. And they're like, want to get ice cream? And in my head, I'm like, I just got so sick from eating too much ice cream. But I was like, yeah. So I get home immediately from the beach. I'm disgusting. I'm sweaty. I'm covered in sunscreen. I'm gross. I'm icky. And immediately I get inside. I like probably change. I don't even know what I do. And I get back into the car, pick up my friends, go out for more ice cream. And while I'm in the supermarket buying ice cream, because all the ice cream places in our hometown were like crazy busy because it was a Sunday night, I am in Wegmans and I'm like looking down at my leg and I'm like, this really doesn't feel good. Like something is really off on my one leg. Like something's really wrong. And my friends are like, oh, it'll probably be fine. And I'm like driving and I'm like, guys, I don't know. It's really painful. Like it's really, really bad. And so then all of us decide, but I don't want to complain too much because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. And I'm always the friend that drives because I don't want to get into a car accident. And I'm also the friend that always offers to drive. So we're like, let's find our old teacher's house. And so we're driving around this neighborhood for like an hour trying to find our teacher's house. And I'm in such excruciating pain. I'm like, something is really wrong. And I get home after a while of driving around. We found his house. And I get inside and I take off my sock, not to be explicit. But
Ew.
It's bad. I know, I shouldn't have said that. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. I'm trying fresh aloe. I'm trying regular aloe. It's just the one leg. I'm trying everything to like try and cool it down. It's not working. I go to sleep the next day. Jake, I wish that I was exaggerating when I say, well, first of all, I couldn't even sleep with sheets on, but I wish that I was joking when I say that when I step down onto my foot, I think all the blood was rushing into my shin and causing me to be in excruciating pain. I could not. It was either I would only feel okay if I was like running or walking like the whole entire time. Like I could not pause for any single second, or when I was laying down. Other than that, and I don't take like pain lightly. I literally like have a high pain tolerance. This was probably the worst pain I've ever been in my entire life. It was so bad that I don't remember that week of my life. Like, you know when they say like when women give birth, they don't remember like how painful it was because they got something so beautiful out of the experience. Well, I didn't get anything beautiful out of the experience, but I don't remember. I think my brain is just doing me a favor. I don't remember that week of my life at all because all I remember is me sitting in the Target parking lot applying hemorrhoid cream onto my burn because I'm so desperate for something to work. There's nothing else that is working. I'm putting tomatoes on my legs because people are like, it takes the heat out. I'm trying quite literally yogurt, everything. I'm literally doing everything possible. And Jake, the fucking audacity, the meanness, this is why I don't tell you about any of my health problems. Jake, I say, I'm in excruciating pain, Jake. I'm texting him and he goes, ... question mark, have you tried aloe? And I'm like, you asshat. I'm in so much pain. You think I haven't tried aloe?
I don't know what am I supposed to do? I feel like that TikTok sound where they're like, I got you, girl.
What am I supposed to do?
From right over here. From over here. That's like, yeah.
That's literally
what
you.
Am I supposed to do?
I did apply sunscreen. It was an awful experience. I'm happy it's done and over with.
Did you
and
peel?
I don't wish that. I'm currently peeling. I currently am.
Right now?
I'm peeling. Mm-hmm.
No,
right now,
Nicole, I'm not talking about like the normal like women's face peeling after their period.
Yes.
Yeah. Your leg.
Well, no, actually, my period is next week, so I'm going to be peeling the week after.
Oh, okay,
so stay
cool.
tuned for that.
Yeah.
For all of you guys who don't know, who are listening to the podcast, women, after every single period, we peel our face. A fresh new layer comes on. It can get really graphic. We try not to show it. That's why you probably have never seen your moms or your sisters do it. So it's a lot. But for all of our female viewers, if you have a period, then you probably know that we peel our face. But anyway, yes, my legs are peeling right now, but my face right now, no. Okay. That's coming in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Nicole, I actually have
in time for our next podcast.
Great. I can't wait. We can actually have a live peel on screen.
That's gonna take a lot for you.
Yeah, I know.
Show.
I know,
That's
Nicole.
gonna-
I feel like I don't want to put you out like that, like on the internet with, I don't know,
Thanks.
doing all
Yeah, it's personal.
I will say, I have had a similar sunburn story. Yours didn't itch at all, did it?
It's itchy. It's so itchy.
It's itchy. I had 2 summers ago, and this is why I solemnly swore I would never get sunburnt again. Okay, and yes, I've gotten like a little sunburnt,
And then we did.
but like I got a little sunburnt on my back, which I usually do, but I've never gotten like as bad of a sunburn as I did 2 summers ago, where my whole chest was completely beet red, and for 3 days after my sunburn, I had the most excruciating, painful itch of all time, all down my chest. It hurt so bad, and I could not scratch it. It would hurt even more. And oh my gosh, Nicole, I was in your boat. I was trying everything. I was putting aloe. Oh my gosh, I was dousing myself in aloe. I was taking cold showers. I was like, oh my gosh, I was all over it, right? Well, essentially, I was like looking up all this stuff on the YouTubes and the Googles, and I said, and it said on like some weird Reddit page, it was like, take a really, really, really hot shower, take a Benadryl right beforehand, okay, and that will help with your sunburn. And like normally when you get sunburn, you do not want to take a hot shower like that. It hurts.
No.
It hurts a lot. Okay. Well, what had happened was I got like sun poisoning. So like I was literally having an allergic reaction to my sunburn. That's why I was itching so bad. So they said take a Benadryl, and then the really hot shower, it was just like it stopped the itching. Like when I was in the shower and when I was in a cold shower, I would continue to itch. The actual hot shower, it did feel like a little painful, but it was actually less painful than having the actual sunburn. I swear to you. And then I took a hot shower and with like for enough time that the Benadryl actually started kicking in, and then I was able to go to sleep. I actually was not able to sleep with the sunburn that I had.
Oh yeah,
it was so bad.
Wow, that's
and
so
they said like
interesting.
don't do aloe because it's like drying out your sunburn, and it's making it like even worse.
Yeah, it depends what kind you get, because like I looked at the one that I had in my house, and like the 4th ingredient was alcohol, and I was like, why would you fucking put alcohol in
that,
aloe?
yeah, that's such a mess.
So I had to buy alcohol-free aloe, or yes. And then I used fresh aloe too, but I like went through that like so fast. My mom's like, "But it is for decoration, Nicole. Don't use it."
And you're like, "Give me the dang plant!" Like ripping it up.
My like first immediate thought, like me being so vain, and well, not vain, but like, I mean, it's not a vain thing. It's not about vanity. But immediately I was like, oh my God, I have to go to the dermatologist soon. I am at risk for cancer again. I just got my whole body checked by my nice little quirky man who helped me with my previous full body check.
I have bad news,
where he looked
man.
at my butt cheeks.
I have bad news, man. I have melanoma. I have a melanoma. And I will not be okay.
And he's gonna be like, okay, well, I have to take a look at your butt cheeks.
He was like, show me.
This is the part of the procedure. And so, yes, it was so terrible. And then I was really paranoid because what?
Have you ever seen a strawberry like molar?
Like the strawberry birthmarks?
No. It's like a strawberry. It's like a thing for strawberries, and you could like take out the stem of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I imagine
center?
he did to your mole on the back of your head. He was
That's
like,
kind of
he was
like, oh, that's kind of what they do
Okay.
for it's like a hole punch. They didn't do that to the back of my head, but they do that to flat ones.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, continue your
Yes.
story.
Oh, I was really paranoid then that I wouldn't be able to walk because I had to go to New York City in the next few days because Adam had a really cool meeting there and stuff. And so I was like, I didn't even think this through. My ankle was so swollen to the point that I couldn't feel my bone anymore, like my ankle bone. Like it was completely gone. Yeah, I had like little American Girl doll ankles. And so I was getting concerned because I was like, I have not worn sneakers in like since before this has happened because my legs are so swollen. I don't know if I can fit into sneakers and I don't know how painful it's going to be. So I was like Adam, I'm getting slightly concerned. Like, I hope that I'm okay for this trip. Also, we're going to be doing a shit ton of walking. Like, literally the one day we walked 20 miles. I was like, I have to get better, like, immediately. So I'm doing, like, everything possible. But then eventually we went to New York, and it was fine. And I only saw one celebrity, and it wasn't Timothée Chalamet. It wasn't a celebrity, but it was, do you know who Cash Jordan is?
No.
He does, like, New York City apartment tours. And he always talks about how much New York is bad and how he, like, all the bad qualities about New York almost to, like, deter people from moving there. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be selling these apartments?
Apartments, yeah,
but,
that's weird.
Yes, but I saw him while we were eating our little bagels. And the man himself, if you guys know who he is, when he walks, he truly just does smile, like, as he's walking. Like, he is just a smiley small man who is just ready to sell you an apartment. Like, that's literally like what we watched him go into an apartment, and he was like recording himself and everything, and I was just like, and Adam was he was like, oh my god, a famous YouTuber, like, this is so cool. And he was really excited about Cash Jordan.
I thought I saw KJ Apa in New York one time.
I feel like we talked about KJ Apa.
I've never once in my life mentioned KJ Apa, except for the time that I saw
him. I know.
I thought I saw him.
No. Wait. Oh, I know who KJ Apa is. Is he okay?
I don't know. He looks weird now.
Don't say that.
Nicole, this thing is so fun. I can put it on my pinky. I'm like, thank you, Nicole, for the best thing. It's the thing that has made my entire day.
I also wanted to talk about how I got banned from Twitter.
Yeah, Nicole, you are such a fool because that has been happening for such a long time. People have been getting banned for that exact reason for so long.
Okay, but it happened to me. Who gives a shit that it happened to someone else? It happened to me. So I do care. Right. Why am I a fool for that? Why happened to me? What was I supposed to do? I panicked. This is my job. I have to keep people updated on how I'm feeling every single day. Or else, how else am I going to continue doing my job? How else are people going to know?
No, people have literally been getting banned from Twitter for that. Like,
Twitter.
Since the beginning of Twitter.
Yes, okay. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I went onto my Twitter page yesterday. I talked about this on my Instagram page and also on my Twitter, but I went onto Twitter and I went onto my profile and I realized that it said that I was born September 10th, 1996, and it was public. And I was like, well, I don't want that to be public, and there's no shame in being a 24-year-old, but I'm not 24, and I wanted it to be accurate. I'm a 21-year-old young woman, and I don't want someone to come across my page and for me to be age fishing them. So I was like, I need to change this immediately. I was like, I thought I had the year hidden all this time, but I guess not. And then soon I'm going to be 25 then. And I just can't do that. That means I'm like almost to 30. And like, I can't do that to myself. So I went on and I changed my year. And I remember this being an issue in the past. Like, I knew it was like an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I knew this was a problem. If you changed your birth year, that something bad could happen. And I remember having a resident when I was an RA say that this happened to her and she was very distraught about it. But I don't know. It just like didn't connect, and I just quickly changed it and nothing happened. And I remember almost screenshotting it and being like, I changed my birthday on Twitter and nothing happened. As soon as I went to go screenshot it, I got a notification that said, your account is locked. You changed your date, and this shows that you've basically had your account since before you were 13, of age. You have to be 13 to have a Twitter account. You were 10 when you made your account. Your Twitter account is locked. And I was like, oh no, this can't happen. Because if my Twitter is gone, that's like okay. I deleted my TikTok account.
If your
that's what I'm saying. I saw your tweet. Are you okay? What happens then?
We would not be seeing any more tweets.
Nothing.
No tweets. We would have to rebrand.
Exactly. And Adam was actually genuinely sad because then he said like, oh, well, if you can't get your Twitter back at all, like, are you going to make a new one? And I was like, honestly, I don't really know, because like Twitter is probably like the most toxic of apps right next to TikTok. So I don't really know.
You think Instagram isn't toxic?
Hold on. I'll get it.
Oh my God.
Not for me. Why? Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Why do you think Instagram would be toxic for me?
Instagram?
It used to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But why do you think present day? It used to be because I would follow like all these like fitness models and like people who made me insecure, but now it doesn't. And now I just follow only people who I want to follow, so it doesn't make me feel bad.
For you personally, it is Twitter is very toxic.
Personally, Twitter is very bad for me because I see everything that people are thinking all the time. And on top of that, I don't just see their tweets,
Like me.
but I see what they like. You are the biggest problem of it all. But second of all, another big problem is the fact that I can see what everyone likes, what people retweet, what people reply to one another. And then if there's anything going on, like any sort of issue or problem with any minor thing, I can see all of the replies to it because I don't have self-control to not see the replies on things. You know what I mean? So it's a problem for me because I know too many people's thoughts and opinions at one given time. Additionally, the news feature was really bad for me. I know that we joke about this like a lot and like it is funny. Like I'm not actually like, I can joke about it now. I'm literally in therapy, like working, like one of the things. But with everything being so live, there would be certain things that would be like trending on like Twitter, such as nuclear war. And it would send me into like a spiral because that's where I would get most of my news from. You know what I mean? Like the Polish news is usually on in my house. But if there was anything going on in the news, I would usually get it from Twitter because I don't have any news apps on my phone because it causes problems for me. I can't know what's happening at all given times because it just genuinely causes me mental distress. Yeah. So for me to be able to know, and especially like during Trump's presidency, when a lot of stuff, especially towards the end of things, it was really, really bad. And so I have like a ton of words blocked on Twitter that I can't see because it would just be a problem for me. I stay on it because I like to keep up with some people and like my friends and like you and like that's like it's one of the places where I can no. But like on Instagram, on my stories, I'm really just sharing like photos or videos. But then on Twitter, I want to share like my thoughts on things if I'm just thinking them. And so I wanted to keep it, but Adam was like, well, would you just make a new account? I'm like, honestly, I don't know, because it's probably not the best for me. Yeah. And TikTok is bad just because it's shortened my attention span and I see too much. And sometimes I see stuff that I don't want to see. So I like took it off of like my homepage. So now I have to like actually search for the TikTok app to get to it.
That's smart.
And so I've been just like kind of distancing myself from those apps. Like for me, Instagram doesn't personally do anything bad for me. So I've just have been, and like Facebook has been like non-existent. Like the only reason I keep up is like for some teachers that I'm friends with on there, or like some old family friends. So I don't know. And so Adam was like automatically sad. And he was like, but then I can't see you and Jake talking back and forth on Twitter. And that's where I like to see you guys banter. And he got really sad about that. And I was like, aw, then I guess I do have to get it back.
Yeah.
And
how did you get it back?
I had to upload a picture of my driver's license to prove that I was above 13 now. Oh. And yeah, well, I got it back.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So I've been on the internet for far too long.
Yeah.
11 years.
I actually remember back when a lot of people were having that similar situation where their accounts were getting locked. I like went and I looked, and I actually made my account in like September of 2013. So
so you just turned 13.
Yeah, I just turned 13, and I put my real birthday in. So I did it. I made it. Thank you.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Why does Twitter have to come out for us?
Ones.
It's been 11 years since I committed a crime. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Good for you.
Isn't the statute of limitations like way less than that? Yeah.
Why punish me for something I did 11 years ago?
I know, yeah.
It didn't hurt anyone.
You're right. No, I think
probably just myself.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say, Nicole, is that I think this is really random, but I think Instagram did used to be really toxic. But it has become less toxic because of their stupid algorithm. Now, I never see anyone's posts. Like, I don't know what.
No.
I'm sorry to my friends, but I guarantee I missed your last, like, 6 posts. Because they are so buried within, like, a bunch of other random posts. And I never like any pictures because I have no time to go scrolling through to actually see the people that I want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just like the stories. That's really
I watch everybody's stories.
Stories and DMs are the only thing that really matter for me on Instagram, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I don't even post myself very much on my actual feed because I just don't care that much. Yeah. And like I don't see a lot of point in it. Like I will, but
ouch.
And I've been liking literally reels recently because I like
my whole last few posts have been like me. But yeah, continue.
No, I don't care about it for myself.
Oh.
Like I don't gain anything out of posting a picture of myself again. Like that doesn't do anything for me. Maybe if I had like artsy photos that I'm like proud to share, that's why.
Does a lot for me. Yeah.
My photos
Huge
do a lot
ego.
for you?
No, for me, when I post pictures of myself, I'm like, good job.
My photos don't do anything for you?
Mm-mm. I remember back when I first started my Instagram, I got so excited over like having 20 likes on it.
Yeah, no. And now I just, honestly, I wish I could just take away the likes from my stuff.
I don't. I get
don't
immense
fucking care.
gratification from getting likes on Instagram. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, oh, 300, yay.
No, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. But stories I like, and I don't sit there and like curate my stories or anything, but I will post on there like whenever I want. I know there's like, I don't know, there's like all these like rules with Instagram and like how you should get the algorithm and blah. I just don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. And so
Yeah.
I think that
here's what I'll say.
inherent.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. We were just talking about
no.
this on the beach about how people get angry that I interrupt Nicole.
Oh my God! Someone messaged me that Jake doesn't care about me, so that they don't like Jake. I'll have you know, Jake cares about me more than any of my other friends out there. If you're any of my other friends, just know that you will never care about me as much as Jake cares about me.
Oh, I'm gonna get
I'm
like
kidding.
shot.
You don't give a shit about me.
Kelly's coming to my house right now.
I'm like sending like long messages to Kaylee about my mental health, like how I'm doing and everything, and then I text Jake that I have a sunburn and I'm in pain, and Jake is like, okay, try fucking aloe. I don't know.
You're like trying to text me that your mom has cancer, and I'm like, last night I had the strangest dream. I sailed away to China in a little
Have we ever
boat to
told that
find
story
ya.
on here?
I think that we have. Yeah, we have for sure.
Okay, well, if we haven't, I texted Jake last summer when I found out my mom has cancer. I texted all my friends, and I texted Jake specifically, and I was like, hey, Jake, I have something to tell you. And he's like, last night I had this like that trend that was on TikTok with this song.
Get me with a TikTok trend.
And then I was like, oh, well, actually, my mom has cancer. And he's like, oh, my God.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I have never looked to you for, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but I've never looked to you for emotional support because I know I'm not going to get it in the deep aspect that I need.
No, I think I'm supportive.
Mm-hmm. I get nervous to tell you some things because I don't know what Jake's response is going to be.
It's probably a joke, honestly. No, a lot of the times Nicole and I will have like serious conversations, but like most of the time we're gonna be throwing in jokes in there to each other. That's just our vibe.
Last week I was on the toilet and Jake called me. I was like, I can't talk for long, and then we ended up talking for like 2 hours, and we both went to go get gas, go get food. We're both like telling each other like deep problems with both of ourselves, like deep issues. And I was like, this conversation started off with me pooping, and now we're both eating food.
I didn't even know you were pooping. This is news to me.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I feel violated.
If I ever say hold on, it's because I'm muting the phone and I flush.
Oh, see, sometimes I do pee on the phone with other people, and I'll just mute the phone and hope that they continue their story or continue talking long enough for me to pee and flush and get out of there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. No, you had something that you wanted to say before.
It's gone.
It's gone.
What were we even talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Losing my Twitter account, toxic, Instagram,
Oh,
stories.
yeah, I just think the Instagram algorithm sucks, and, like, I don't know.
Oh, everything sucks.
I don't know.
I think that I've become a bad person on social media. No, not like a bad person.
You've become a bad person.
Not like, not like a bad okay, there is a bad person on social media like Gabby Hanna, and there's a bad person at social media, which is myself, if that makes any sense.
Bad at social media. I would agree.
Yes, not a bad person on social media. I mean, who knows? Somebody's like, this bitch is not a good person, but yes, I like to think of myself as a person who is not good at social media anymore. even though it's my job. I just, like, any type of new thing that comes out, I'm like, I will not be participating. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
The cinnamon challenge? You're like, no.
Literally, I promised myself, like, last time when there was Vine, I was like, oh, if there's ever a Vine 2, then I'm going to participate. And then TikTok came out, and I was, like, totally, like, a huge consumer of it, and then I never got into it, because I was like, no, I'm just not gonna. Like, I just have no, like, strong desire to actually really get into this.
Nicole, I have, like, a completely empty head right now in my life. Like, my whole brain is cleared of any thought or conscience. And so, right now, my head is completely empty. And so TikTok is the perfect thing because it's so mindless and I don't know.
Get off of there, Jake.
No.
I'm trying to save you. I've become a new woman in the past week. Do you know what I do now for fun?
Read.
I read.
Read. She read. She's
like
not
my
like
little
other
Kindle.
girls.
Look how cute it is.
I know. I love that thing.
I'm different. I read.
Nicole called
Isn't
me
it
in
so
a complete
cute?
tizzy. Not even called me. She texted me in a complete tizzy. Okay, like 2 weeks ago.
1:30 in the morning.
And she's like, Jake. And I'm like, hey Nicole, are you ready for our beach day? And she's like, Jake, I what color Kindle should I get? And she's like having like pain over this. It's black or white. Or was it gray or white?
I've literally, and I'm not joking, it was 2 hours that I sat there contemplating. This is something I'm also working on, is decision making and not asking for other people for reassurance and not thinking that a bad decision will lead me down a bad route of life. Like, I think if I make the wrong decision that I'm supposed to, then I'm a bad person. Anyway, I'm working through it. But,
this is therapy.
The other color was either black or white. And I was like, well, I want the white one, but other people have said that the black one is really good. And like, I don't, and I'm like watching reviews on which one is better and like and I care so much about it. And anyway, I went with the white one. It was
because
Prime
I
Day.
told her
I know.
to buy.
That's not why.
Look
That's
at,
not why.
Look at Nicole's,
I knew that was the right answer.
If you're okay, I can't see all of Nicole's room right now, but if you can see some of Nicole's room right now from your little like I don't know, Nicole's little camera. Oh wow, that's cool. Nicole just like flipped her thing.
Thanks.
Like Nicole's aesthetic is like completely like white and green and like clean. Like that's Nicole's aesthetic. It's clean. She may not be her hygiene may not be clean, but her aesthetic is clean.
I like to think of myself as a very cleanly woman.
She is. She's very hygienic.
I'm a Virgo. I like to think I smell good.
You do. You do smell good.
Thanks.
Not that I've smelled you before. No, but Nicole. So like, I was like, why wouldn't you get the white one? It's like it's such a simple answer for me.
Yeah.
Like Nicole is going to.
love it.
I guarantee Nicole is going to have like some artsy picture up by the end of July. Okay, where it's like
With my Kindle.
her little like tea. Okay, and like her little Kindle on the desk with the book that she's reading. Okay, and then like something else, a notebook or something, or like her planner, or like her SSD card, like this. Okay, and she's gonna put it on her story, and she's gonna be like, peace and mindfulness.
I'm gonna post that word for word. Every single thing that you just mentioned, I will be posting. You think I'm joking? It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding.
3,000%. And then there's gonna be a picture of you holding. Oh my gosh, this would be so cool. Holding the thing, okay, and like the title, some book, okay. You're holding your Kindle out in front of you, and it's like framed so that it looks like that's like your head on the thing.
Oh, cute idea. I like that. No, I like that. Jake, I'm telling you, I fucking love this thing. I have a little Baby Yoda pop socket because when I was in my stupid little Baby Yoda phase, I bought 2 pop sockets of Baby Yoda and then I didn't use them because
How much is a Kindle?
And it's so... Okay, so they are $90, but on Prime... Well, I got the regular one. Like, I didn't get, like, the fancy one that's, like, waterproof. I wanted the old school, most basic Kindle that you can fucking get. And I got... And because of Prime Day, I got it for $50. And I was like, that's a really good... $50. And then you can get books for free because of the library. Like, you can get all this stuff that it just makes it so... Yeah, like, you can get a library card, like, from your hometown. And then you can just... get free books onto your Kindle. It's amazing. Or if you don't want to do it to your hometown, you can do it like a big library. Like there's online public libraries and stuff. Anyway, the whole thing is that I have been a little reading machine since I've gotten my Kindle, and it's helped me so much. I read 2 books in the last week. I feel great. I've gotten a little book club with my friends now. We're talking about books. We're reading the same books. I feel great. I love it. I feel at peace. But also, I can't do anything, so I had to like not buy a new book because I can't do anything. Like,
yeah, Nicole has this issue with consuming media, which is that she literally can't move on. She has severe attachment issues to various pieces of media, and she will not do anything else except for watch or read or look at those things. Like she won't
You know me so well.
She will not watch another movie. Okay, if you're like let's do a movie night, Nicole's like, oh, let me see what do I want to watch? Oh, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Booksmart, one of those two. Which one do you guys want to do? And Nicole's like seen them many times. It's because Nicole is obsessed. Nicole's obsessed with like the idea of like a comfort thing, like a comfort book or.
This is making me so happy because you know me so well.
I know. Well, it's because we like almost lived together, and we'd be like, let's watch a movie, and you'd be like, well, I can't really watch another movie.
How about Bohemian
Rhapsody? Yeah, she like tried to get. We didn't even watch it. I've never even seen it now, but we like tried to watch it.
Oh, you want to watch it?
I mean, yeah, we can do that thing that Apple's coming out with, where you can like watch things together now.
Oh my god, so cute. No, it's a really big issue. When I finished the first book, I got so deeply attached to the characters that for 2 hours after I finished the book, I could not move from my bed. Like, I couldn't even function, and all I could think about was that. And then I finished another book last night, all I could think about, and it's so bad because it's not good for me. I don't like being like that. Not a good thing, but I can't like move on from things that I really like. And so then I get upset when I do watch new pieces of media that don't stick with me. Like, I get really upset.
Yeah, that you don't become attached to.
Like, it doesn't, because then it doesn't mean as much to me. Like, for example, like, I really want to see the movie North Hollywood, and so I watched it with Adam. Mm. It's supposed to be this, like, indie movie about, like, skateboarders, and I saw that one of the guys from Booksmart was in it. I needed some sort of familiarity in my life.
This, yeah.
Miranda Cosgrove was in it, which, my doppelganger.
Yeah.
And all these, like, the garden was in there, and just, like, I wanted to see it, and then I ended the movie, and I just didn't really like it. Like, it just didn't really do anything for me, and I got sad, because, like, it didn't stick with me. Like, I, like, left, and usually I like it when, like, a piece of something, like, sticks with me. Like, I remember leaving the movie theater, watching Perks of Being a Wallflower, and afterwards, all I could think about was Perks of Being a Wallflower. Like, I just was so, it meant so much to me, and it stuck with me after that, and I just, like, everything about it just did something to me. Like you just feel something and you change. And then I felt like that after reading. Yeah, and after reading these last 2 books, both of them, like, changed something within me. And I was just really disappointed when I watched North Hollywood, and it just didn't do anything for me. And, like, the other day, my friends really wanted to see In the Heights. But I've already seen In the Heights, like, live. Like, my friend was in the Heights. And so I've already seen it, and I didn't think that, like, the movie would do much for me because I already know what it's about. It's not, like, the shock factor, like, new thing for me. Yeah. And yeah, it was great, but I just, like, left the theater and, like, I didn't think about it again. And that, like, made me sad. I was like, I mean, it made me happy that, like, other people that I was with wanted to see it, but I was just like, damn, I just really wish that I had seen something. You know what I want to see really bad? Boss Baby 2. That would have done something for me.
What is wrong with you?
I love Boss Baby. Boss Baby 1, and I had no idea that Boss Baby 2 came out until last week, and so the plan was, with my friends, that I was going to go see In the Heights, and then we would go eat food, and then we would go see Boss Baby 2, but after seeing In the Heights, I just wasn't as excited for Boss Baby 2, and so we didn't see it. And now everywhere, like, we went to New York on the day that Boss Baby came out, so, like, there's Boss Baby everywhere, like, the advertisements for, I love Boss Baby. I think he's so fucking cute. I have such a phobia of children,
Alec Baldwin?
But Boss Baby, Alec Baldwin as Boss Baby does something to me. It makes me think about the movie for a long time afterwards.
That is really weird. Never in my life have I been like, I want to see the new Boss Baby movie. I didn't even watch the first one.
What?
I thought it was a stupid concept.
What movie? No, watch it. What movie has really touched me? Perks of Being Wallflower, Booksmart, Boss Baby.
Yeah, and like Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria. You know.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I get it. It's like you want to ride this high of like seeing something that you loved so much that you don't want to be disappointed by the next thing. Yeah.
Yes. If I like something, I want to, if I watch something, I want to know whatever I'm spending my time on is going to leave me on a high and is going to stick with me for a while.
Yeah.
That's why I'll watch a lot of like my favorite old YouTubers. Like I'll just keep watching like their stuff cuz it just does something for me. Or watching the same show or reading books. Like I genuinely fucking considered reading the same books after I just finished them and thinking about like reading them over again so that I could appreciate them all over again. So, I know, it's probably not good for me, but...
Nicole, I've also started reading, believe it or not. Not even started. It was just like, I've been reading this book for the last 2 years, which is really sad to say.
It's okay. I've been reading the same book for the last 4 years, and I don't think I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, but I finally finished it, and like, I will agree with you, it was like so disappointing to finish a book, because the book was recommended to me by people who liked the book that I read before it. Like, they were like, if you like this book, you will love this book. And so I went in 2 years ago reading this book, and now I know why it took me 2 years to finish. It's because I just didn't end up liking it. So I'm like, wow.
What's
all
it
this
called?
time. It was called Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin, which I've never read anything by James Baldwin before, and I'm willing to do it again. I'm willing to read something by James. He's a beautiful writer. It was just like, the end of the book, I was so disappointed. And people were like, I was crying at the end. I was so sad. And I read this book, and I literally went, why? I was just so confused. I was like, did I get like the alternate ending? I must have gotten like the alternate ending. And yeah, I don't know. I was just like, so I read that. I'm willing to read other things currently. But I also am so busy all the time.
Do you judge a book by its cover?
Yes.
I do. And the title
Yep.
and everything about it. And like that's why it's so hard for me to start anything because I'm so skeptical. Like there's this one book, I don't want to say what book it is because I don't want people to shit on it, but it's a really big favorite of people right now, especially like book talk. And everyone's like, it's so amazing, it's so great. And I really just don't like reading about history. It's just I didn't like history class. I find no interest in it. I like reading stories that are in present day. Like that's just if it's after, it's preferably, I know it sounds stupid and shitty and like I'm really limiting myself, but preferably after 2015. Like that's just my mindset. And fucking preferably after 2020. Like I just don't want to read older stuff.
Yeah.
And the book is new, but it takes place in like I don't remember what time period, but like I think the 70s. And I was just like, yep, I have no interest in it anymore. Like, I just have zero interest. And, like, that sucks that, like, I am, like, limiting myself to all this stuff. On top of that, the cover and the title. And I don't like it when there's faces on the cover because then I don't want to imagine the characters as that. Like, what if I want to imagine them as myself? Or like, someone else. And then I mistakenly, the last book that I read... The last book that I read that I've been talking about, like, on my other social media was this book called People We Meet on Vacation. And I pictured the main character as Matt King. And I like to listen to Matt King's podcast sometimes or whatever. And now I can't fucking look at Matt King ever the same way ever again because of this romance novel. And, like, I don't... Like, I went onto his Instagram page and I was almost like, ugh. Like, not that the book is, it's not. But I just don't like seeing Matt King in that light. I can't consume any more media with Matt King. So anyway, Matt King is now on my no-fly list, unfortunately.
For no reason.
Because he is...
For, like, literally
because he's strictly reserved. He did nothing wrong. He's just strictly reserved to people we meet on vacation. And that's that. And I don't know. I can't look at Matt King the same way after reading a sex scene with him in it. It just feels wrong. It feels, like, not good. It feels disgusting and grimy.
That is disgusting.
I didn't mind mine. You know what though? I thought that you would like this. I was on TikTok looking up like people talking about the book and because I had Matt King in mind and this one girl who's a huge fan of these books, she was like talking about who she would cast for like the movie of the book and she said Andy Samberg and I thought that was really funny because you love Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
And he kind of and him and Matt King have the same sort of like almost like stature. Like same man, different fonts, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I love Andy Samberg.
I know, so yeah.
Wow. Cool. Well, reading is fun. Everyone should read. Our podcast took such a horrible rebrand. We were like, get your pussy checked. And now we're like, reading is good and you should do it.
Reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental.
Actually, you should delete your social media. Twitter? No more.
No more. Reading.
I actually don't believe in the
I read your
gynecologist
book
anymore.
I read your book. Here's what I thought.
Actually, I don't think I'm ever going to get a pap smear ever again in my life.
Yeah, no, never again. Wow. So happy about this rebrand. We read now, apparently, sometimes. Mm-hmm. I don't read as much as Nicole does. I will never finish a book or 2 books in 1 week. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I didn't think I could, but all I did was I would go to sleep instead of watching TikToks, I would read. And then in the morning, instead of going on TikToks, I would read.
Well, I'll be honest. I actually have realized that I read a lot faster now. Like, I don't know if you remember when I was in high school. Obviously, you don't remember when I was in high school, but when you were in high school, I don't know if you felt this way, but it literally took me like half an hour to read 20 pages. I like blew through a whole like half of like, okay, ready? Giovanni's Room. I spent 2 years reading the first half, and then I finished the second half all in 1 day. Not even a day, like 2 hours.
I used to have no attention span, but I also think back to like the person that I was in high school, and I think that like I am so much smarter than the person that I was literally my senior year of high school. I think, well, okay, you didn't know me either, for sure.
Yikes, I worry for high school you.
I don't know, like, I when I really think about it, I think about how little I knew. Like, I genuinely had such little knowledge about geography because I had such bad attention span in school, and I didn't learn until quite literally the end of college my learning style, and I think that affected me all throughout high school and middle school. And I wish that someone told me, because I was a very good student in elementary school and then middle school as well, and then high school I got good grades, and I ended up being like 31 in my class, which was a big deal out of 600 for me, at least. Like, that was a big deal. And it's not like I was getting bad grades, but the issue was that I retained zero information. I was just very good at writing essays and bad at test taking, but I tried to make it up by doing a lot of extra credit because I knew I was such a bad test taker. But I wish that I knew what kind of learner I was. Until now, I realize I can't learn by hearing. And like, I quite literally told this to my therapist last week, but she was explaining, because she does like homework for me every single week, because she does like CBT therapy, if anyone knows what that is, but it's very good. And so, anyway, she gave me homework, and she's sitting there explaining to me the homework and how to do it, like step by step, like explaining everything about it. And I just stared at her, and like I felt myself, like, you know, like when in animated shows when you like pour water on like a robot and it starts like malfunctioning, like that was literally me. Like, I was like breaking down. And at the end of her sentence, I just like looked at her. I said, "Can I be honest with you for a second?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, I heard nothing what you just said, and not because I don't want to, but because I can't grasp that. If you send me instructions like along with the email, that would be amazing. Like, that would be. And she's like, totally. And so for me, I only learned by doing. And so that's why it was so hard for me in high school when I would learn about geography, or when I would learn about history, bless you, or I would learn about or I learned about math, or I learned about anything. That's why I was so good at English, because like all the assignments were right, and like I could do that because I'm doing it. Yeah. Or like or things like that. And that's why it was so hard for me in college when I was like, okay, a health professions student, like anatomy class, like that was so difficult for me in a lecture because I wasn't doing anything, I was just listening. And the only time that my grades really picked up in college and where I was doing really, really well was when I switched over to be a media studies and production major, where everything that I did, like all my homework assignments, were just me doing instead of learning about it. Like all I was doing was editing a video or working on production or doing whatever. And so I think about that, like how much I've learned since then, especially how much I've learned since my writing style, or my learning style, I mean. But I think back to like I didn't even read in high school. Like the assigned books that we had to read, I didn't fucking read them. I would spark note them because I had no interest in them.
Never did I read one. Not a single one.
I didn't read anything.
Yeah.
Barely in college did I read either. And like it's so annoying that I like put myself through all that stuff when I should have just like basically learned what my style was and maybe like find some interest in the books because I already wasn't paying attention in class, how I had no interest in learning about the books either. So
here's what I'll say. My learning style is I will learn if I'm interested in what I'm taught, what's being taught.
That too.
Style. But
that too.
Yeah, I never read in high school. I read a few of the books that I had to read in college just because I felt I had to read plays in college.
Some of them were poetry. Yeah.
Well, plays are hard because you can't spark note a lot of plays because we read plays from right now. I mean, obviously Shakespeare I could spark note, but I would get in a lot of it's hard to fake that the plot of a Shakespeare show really well, especially when you're working with somebody who knows every freaking Shakespeare show and has done it a million times and knows the breakdown of all these lines and probably has them memorized.
They know when you don't know.
Exactly. So and with Shakespeare it's everything connected. Everything you say in a huge monologue has some connection to a random part of the show. So I really had to read those annoyingly, but I did it. But yeah, I don't know. I just was not I was not a good student in high school, and reading now is better to read for fun. Reading was ruined for me in high school and in college because I was forced to read a bunch of things that I hated and that I did not care about.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost felt like I was coming back to a younger version of myself when I was so into reading these last few days, because I was wow, I just picked up a hobby that I loved so much when I was younger, and it just felt so nice. And then I started talking to Kaylee, and Kaylee's been reading obsessively since she was young. She's never stopped. She's always read for fun, and her and I used to talk about it. We used to read the same books, and then we would talk about it, about our favorite characters. That's something that we that's one of the reasons when we became friends, why we got so close. And then it almost made me sad when I realized yesterday, because she got so excited that I read, and then she got so excited when I said, can you read this book, I want to talk to you about it. And then she's almost done with it, and then it almost made me sad. I was wow, I took away this thing that Kaylee and I had in common, and it was my doing. And of course, I mean, we're friends regardless. We don't have to read to become friends, but it made me sad that we lost that common interest with one another. And she got so excited when I got back into it, because she's oh my god, I have someone to talk about this to, and it's my best friend again. So that was really cute. And tonight we're going to talk about the book that she's going to finish, and I don't know, it just felt really, really nice. And so I don't know, I recommend, if you liked reading as a kid and then it got ruined for you,
try it again.
And you didn't do it in a while, try it again.
And
I agree. Read stuff that you want to. Because I look down upon romance novels, because I was oh, it's not real literature, but yes, it fucking is. Yes, it is.
Anything
it
is literature. You just have to find find some that you like literature.
What
that
you like, exactly.
Yeah. Because
I think after
Go ahead.
No, you say what you're gonna say.
Well, for me, I think I've grown up a lot, especially after I like poetry a lot, and so when I took a class in college on it, and it kind of gave me perspective on the kinds of literature I like, and I think that I like a lot of things that people don't normally like, because I feel people like to take things for face value. In high school, they used to be and what does the sun in this scene mean, or in this chapter mean, or in this book or whatever? What is the motif, and how does it connect to the blah blah blah? And everyone's who cares? It's because all we care about is the plot, right? I used to be like that, and then after taking my poetry class, I realized that I was really enjoying the delving deeper into things, and I don't know why I never enjoyed that in college or in high school, because I feel I feel it, because it was so forced upon me to think about that kind of stuff. But now it's it's fun. It's a little scavenger hunt, and I don't know. Reading's cool. Go ahead, Nicole.
No, I think that's interesting, because I literally feel we're in a fucking discussion room.
I know,
right
we're
now. I think that's interesting to
the literature panel. We're
if this is someone's first podcast, or if they
what
listen to the
talk
first
about
episode and then now they're if they listen to the first episode and now they're just listening to the last one, they're what the fuck? But no,
what happened?
Okay, they grew up too fast. Something happened. Yeah. No, I think that's interesting that you say that about the whole delving deeper thing. I think school has ruined that for me, the whole delving deeper, because it almost made me stop. I don't know how to put this, but it almost made me think not all authors are delving deep when they say something. Like, not all authors, the red curtains don't always have to mean something. So when someone writes something, you can't just automatically assume that it means something. And you thinking and pondering if something means something is just a waste of time. And that's been like my mentality for a long time now. And I love to like hear like interviews or listen to people like the authors or like directors talk about like what things meant. You know what I mean? Like after watching something, I like hearing about why they did what they did, or like musicians. And because it like solidifies that for me, I don't want to assume something means something to someone. Like, for example, like Billie Eilish says, like, once I put a song out there, like, it's yours. You make of it what you want. Like, the meaning, what I mean for it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything because it's whatever you want it to mean. Yeah. I personally, like, don't like that because I do want to know what the artist meant because it's just, like, interesting for me. And I don't, and, like, for example, like, the song Miracle Liner, like, a lot of people know how much that song meant to me and, like, the meaning behind it. Like, I made this whole meaning up on my own and how much it meant to me. For me to find out later that it's about a coke dealer, that's fine. The song still means a lot to me. You didn't know that? Mm-mm. The whole song is about dealing coke, and I got Miracle Liner tattooed on me. On your body, and I'm like, oh, it yes. No, it still means a lot to me, but I was listening to a song earlier today, and it's like a very, very long song, and I know that it has a lot of meaning, and like the artist behind it, it means a lot, but someone like commented and they were like, oh my god, this song is like a genius. Like the singer who made this song, he's like an actual genius. It sounds like the guitars are crying and like it's just like such a beautiful song, like whatever. And I was just like, maybe it's a good thing to sometimes delve deeper into things and stop being such a face value bitch.
No, I really think it is.
For the last like It is, but I'm just saying, like, I think school ruined that for me. Yeah. Like, school ruined the fun of, like, looking deep into things. Yeah, to look deep in, and then it just made me want to become a face value type of person unless it meant something to me.
I agree.
Which, whatever. So, wow, what a very intellectual conversation, Jacob.
I know. Love it. I actually just read an essay this morning that I wrote in college during that poetry course. It was my midterm. I had to write seven pages on like one poem, and it was like really difficult to do, but it's like why I like poetry now, and I was actually reading it today, and that's why I feel like I have a lot to say on this topic.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I threw away all my essays just the other day because I was like, why do I still have these?
Like on the computer?
No, I had like them. My one professor wanted them in hand, like printed out. And kept them? I had them 4 years ago. I know, but it was a professor who was such an extremely hard grader. Like, he did not give A's to anyone, and I got an A on every single essay, and it like confirmed to me like, oh, Nicole, you are a good writer. Oh, Nicole, you do know how to do this.
Can we talk about that for a second? Is like in high school, I swear to you, so many teachers told me I was a horrible writer, and I would go to them and I would say,
really?
Yes, and I would go to them and I would say, hey, like, how can I improve? And they would just like make like this laundry list of things and never like actually explain any of them to me. They'd be like, well, you comma splice, you're run on sentences, blah, blah, blah. Like, you never, you know, you need to transitions, blah, 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 which like I know all of that stuff now, but like back sophomore year of high school, I had no idea what I was doing in writing. And it took one teacher my senior year to tell me that I was a good writer for me to actually like start writing well and to like actually, I guess, believe in myself, because I would not try in I did not try in English class any year. And then I hit my senior year and I had a teacher who helped me with my college essay and everything like that. And he said that I was a good writer, and I went through the rest of college knowing that I was a good writer and like having the confidence to write well.
I remember in high school there was this one teacher who everyone took, and they were AP, and I specifically didn't take this teacher because I didn't want him to ruin writing for me, because a lot of people said that that's what he did for a lot of people, and I was just like, I'll just take DE, like dual enrollment, like with a college, and then I'll get some credits from it, which it really worked out. And she was amazing, and she was so kind, and I think she added me on Facebook. I don't know where she is now. But like, she was super duper kind, and I got the confidence of writing since I was like in elementary school, because I was always told that I was a good writer, and that like was the massive ego push that I needed because I was so bad at math, and like anything to do with like history, I didn't give a shit. But I was like, okay, but math was horrible for me, so writing was like my strong suit, and it was almost like really gratifying that like there was people around me who was like the people who were really good at math were really bad at writing, because like they were just like, well, I like one clear answer. I don't like that you can just do whatever you want with writing, and like, you know what I mean, like math, only one answer. And I was the opposite. And so so I just like always wrote well, but because I kept getting hyped up so much that I was a good writer, I stopped writing for enjoyment. I stopped writing for pleasure. And then like when I got to college, I half-assed every single essay that I've ever written, and it's always been extremely last minute, because in my head I'm like, I know I can do this fast. So I know I never went truly to like my fullest potential with writing, and I know that I could have done so much better, even though I got, and this isn't mean to trying to me sound cocky when I say this, but I don't think I've ever gotten anything in college below an A in an essay, just because I know that's my strong suit. Tests, don't fucking ask me about. I failed so many tests, but writing is just something that I'm good at. But I know that I could have even excelled even more. Like, I know, like, if I really put my mind to it, I could have done some awesome things for, like, journalism or just in general. And then I just can't, I don't know, it's like hard for me, like now, like making videos, it's like I don't like to script my videos. And I guess I'm trying to do that best with like my words, and I think I do an okay job at it, but I just wish that there was now, like, as a post-grad student, like, what could I write about and where could I put it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it? No one's going to read a blog nowadays. But then it's like, okay, so I could just write for myself, but, like, that's a really big time commitment to write something just for yourself, for it to just sit there and no one to read.
Yeah. I don't know.
I like interviews. Have you ever, like, read a really good interview with, like, a celebrity? And it's just like, oh. You don't read those?
I've watched interviews.
You should read one time.
Maybe I will.
It's nice. If you like the celebrity, it's always nice to read like an article, like if it's for like Rolling Stone or Vogue or something.
John Mayer has this horrible one, which he did with, I forget who. I think it was Rolling Stone, where he it was a very problematic interview. I did read that one, and I think that's why I don't read them anymore. Anyway.
I don't read any Julian Casablancas interviews anymore because they're all just so painful.
He's always like, he's always like, yeah, my girlfriend. And you're like, no.
No, it's always just the interviewer, like, when they start to talk about, like, the person, like, the celebrity, and they're like, he shifts in his seat as he takes a sip of coffee. It's always just like, Julian Casablancas is visibly uncomfortable. He cannot get any words out. It takes him 5 minutes to get out a single sentence. He seems like he doesn't want to be here. He keeps eyeing at the door. He has his keys in his hands, ready to, like, literally leave. He's kind of rude sometimes, and so I'm just like, yeah, I don't really want to read. It's funny, but all of them are the same.
Yeah. Nicole, we have been talking for an hour and a half. And
I know. I think this is our longest podcast episode.
Ever.
I like this episode. I'm happy with it.
I did find us a review.
Already?
Yep. Okay, everyone. We're ending a podcast now. Thank you so much for coming to watch our podcast and listen to our podcast. If you're listening to this on Monday, thank you. If you're watching this on Tuesday, thank you. Please remember to follow us on our various social medias. Obviously, don't follow us on TikTok because Nicole is, I don't know. She's MIA from TikTok currently, okay? It's a life choice. But definitely follow us on Instagram so you can keep up with all of the podcast happenings. Follow us on Twitter for all the tweets that we see, and maybe you too can wonder if we're okay. Yeah. Great. And for a review, remember to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts because we will read your review maybe one day if you are a very lucky person. So, this review comes from Cisco. I don't know how you say their name, so I'm going to say it like that. They said, hi, 5 stars, and mom and dad, Jake and Nicole. Honestly, don't know which one is mom and dad, but just want to say you guys are literally so comforting in a way and make me feel like I have friends. So thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
That's so kind.
So much. We love you. And
this podcast makes me feel like I have friends. Not you. Them.
Them. Yeah, me too. This podcast makes me feel like I'm on one big Zoom call where only 2 people are talking and the rest are sitting and watching. Yeah, thanks so much for that review.
That's so nice.
We love
Thank
you. We love you so much. We love you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Great.
Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.